Welcome to Atelier Nest, where timeless French country elegance meets shabby chic romance. Today, we'll take you on a cinematic journey through a home designed with subtle mauve and aged white accents. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments to join our creative community. The facade of this French country home reveals timeless elegance. Its stone walls softened in aged white, complemented by lavender-toned shutters that glow faintly mauve under golden sunlight. A graceful arched doorway framed by climbing roses and wrought iron lanterns creates a romantic entrance that feels warmly cinematic, both welcoming and refined. The entryway opens with a polished limestone floor reflecting gentle light, guiding the gaze toward an antique console in weathered white. A muted mauve rug anchors the space, while a lantern-style chandelier scatters golden glimmers across textured plaster walls, enveloping the room with understated charm and balance, setting a soft, inviting tone. The living room exudes warmth with lofty ceilings framed by hand-hewn beams washed in pale tones. Aged white walls glow under the sunlight, setting the stage for mauve-upholstered settees that invite comfort. At the center, a carved stone fireplace radiates subtle warmth, becoming the focal point where elegance and rustic charm perfectly coexist. In the library corner, tall windows draped in linen curtains tinted with faded lilac cast a calming glow. Built-in shelves painted ivory hold weathered volumes, their spines glowing under soft light. A tufted mauve armchair rests beside a vintage desk, creating a cinematic vignette of serenity, balance, and timeless poetic inspiration. The dining room glimmers beneath a wrought iron chandelier, its crystals scattering golden fragments across aged white paneling. A rustic oak table stretches gracefully, layered with mauve linens and porcelain settings. Silver cutlery gleams against soft candlelight, producing a visual symphony where texture, material, and color converge to evoke elegance and intimate celebration. The kitchen feels bright and airy, its cabinetry painted in carved aged white harmonizing with mauve ceramic tiles that trace the backsplash. Copper pans hang in polished warmth, reflecting hints of soft pink. Wide farmhouse windows open to daylight, filling the room with a timeless charm that feels fresh yet nostalgic. Nestled within a bay window, the breakfast nook radiates intimacy. Built-in seating dressed in pale mauve ticking stripes wraps around a whitewashed round table. A casual bouquet of lavender sprigs rests at the center, while gauzy linen curtains filter gentle morning light, creating a mood of rustic simplicity balanced with tender refinement. hallway stretches elegantly, limestone floors glowing as light rises upward to aged ivory plaster walls. Framed botanical prints add subtle mauve tones, enriching the corridor's depth. Wrought iron sconces glow warmly, their light guiding the gaze toward the spaces beyond, creating a cinematic rhythm that captures balance, movement, and architectural sophistication. The guest bedroom blends aged white paneling with layers of mauve and cream linen draped across a canopy bed. A vintage chandelier diffuses golden light, casting glimmers across glass vases filled with soft hydrangeas. The atmosphere feels gracious, intimate, and welcoming, like a sanctuary designed for timeless elegance and restful serenity. The primary bedroom glows in serene softness, with pale ivory walls embracing a muted mauve velvet headboard. Layers of linen, silk, and cotton create tactile depth. Tall windows frame sweeping curtains in soft folds, where natural light paints delicate gradients across surfaces, producing a composition of romance, tranquility, and refined French charm. The dressing room evokes quiet sophistication. Custom cabinetry painted in aged white conceals mauve-lined interiors that whisper subtle color. Mirrored doors multiply the room's light, while crystal knobs sparkle with grace. At the center, a lilac velvet ottoman softens the symmetry, balancing elegance and intimacy in a perfectly staged composition of beauty. In the bathroom, a freestanding clawfoot tub in pristine enamel white rests against mauve pattern tile. Brass fixtures gleam warmly beneath light streaming from a skylight, softening every edge. Marble counters reflect subtle glimmers, evoking a sanctuary that feels both indulgent and timeless, with layers of texture elevating classic romance into everyday ritual. The sunroom blooms with airy vibrancy, its ivory walls dissolving into garden views framed by glass panes. Wicker seating painted in aged white circles a low rustic table. Mauve cushions bring warmth, while sunlight ripples across terracotta tiles, casting playful shadows that enhance the atmosphere of effortless elegance and pastoral grace. The family room invites relaxation with exposed beams above and a deep mauve sectional below, anchoring the space with comfort. Aged white shelving holds curated pottery, textures glowing under soft daylight. Wide windows flood the room with brightness, blending rustic charm with modern softness in a cinematic frame of timeless coziness. tucked away study nestles under sloped eaves, timber beams lining the ceiling in pale tones. Aged white desk anchors the room beneath mauve linen curtains that frame a skylight. Daylight pours across stacked books and rustic pottery, evoking creative calm, a space designed for thought, inspiration, and balanced tranquility. The staircase curves upward with elegance, wrought iron railings etched in graceful scrolls casting lace-like shadows across aged plaster walls. A muted mauve runner ascends, lending texture and color to the rise. The composition feels alive, as though motion itself is frozen in light, emphasizing craftsmanship, symmetry, and the poetics of design. The upper landing unfolds like a gallery, arched niches painted ivory holding ceramic vases in muted mauve. Sunlight pours through a clear-story window, reflecting on polished oak floors that glow with warmth. Each detail harmonizes to create balance, offering a space that feels contemplative, cinematic, and perfectly poised between simplicity and grace. The attic guest suite whispers rustic romance, its beams softened with aged white lime wash. A mauve linen bedspread drapes casually, catching light from a dormer window. Rough plaster walls glow warmly, while weathered flooring deepens the mood. The scene captures intimacy and nostalgia, composed with the softness of timeless French countryside charm. The veranda extends elegantly along the back, its stone floor catching twilight in a golden glow. Wrought iron seating in aged white holds mauve cushions, set around glass-top tables. Lanterns flicker softly, casting reflections in warm pools of light, creating a mood designed for tranquil evenings infused with romance and ease. The garden reveals its grandeur, lavender borders echoing the mauve tones within the home. At the center, a stone fountain shimmers as sunlight strikes its rippling water. Aged white pergolas rise gracefully, draped with climbing vines, forming an enchanting retreat that closes the story with cinematic balance between architecture, nature, and time. Thank you for joining this immersive French country home tour filled with soft mauve touches and aged white charm. We hope it inspires your own romantic decorating ideas. Remember to subscribe for more stories, like this video to support our channel, and leave a comment to share your favorite detail.